As a child, he seldom walked. He ran. Soon, running became part of his life. And over the years, he developed the other skills that would prepare him for the most demanding athletic event in the world. At the 1988 Seoul Olympics, Dave Steen won the bronze medal in the decathlon. It was a tribute to disciplined training and the development of his natural abilities through honest effort alone, regardless of the pressure or the stakes. Fair play. We all have a part to play.
Drop it into the arc and hit it, squirts ink, yes.
Let's talk on Talk About with host Wayne Cox.
Yes. Hello. He was done in Raw Deal, The Terminator. He's done all kinds of movies.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You got it.
Fun in the afternoon. Talk About weekdays on CBC television. Afternoons are golden.
It take a while to warm up, but once I get going, I can turn your topsoil till the cows come home.
The Golden Girls, 5 days a week.
Pruning your hydrangea. You can make them come up so beautiful.
Wait a minute, Bob. You just take off the little flower heads like this. You don't do the whole branch, otherwise you won't get
Watch
any.
The Canadian Gardener.
Saturdays on CBC.
I'm Tony Whitley. This week, Ted tests BMW's 535i, and I review Toyota's Corolla, plus Nissan's Infiniti in its homeland testing ground. So catch Driver's Seat Saturdays on CBC.
The battle goes on, and CBC has the second round. Only the tough survive the road to the Stanley Cup. The tradition continues. Molson Hockey Night in Canada. The division finals tonight.
The Memorial Championship.
Absolutely marvelous.
A game of inches. Sometimes you miss. Sometimes you don't. And then it's good. The Memorial on CBC. Final 2 rounds live. Start May 12th.
Keep in touch with every region of Canada on This Country, live every evening from Calgary. Whit Fraser and Carol Adams hook up with people across the nation for stories from St. John's to Yellowknife to Victoria. Don Newman hosts The View from Ottawa. There's international stories, business news, fashion, arts and entertainment, and always the news. Weekdays on CBC News World.
Hello, I'm Andrea Martin. What would it take to convince you to volunteer your time and energy to a good cause? Invitations to glamorous fundraising galas? Images of starving children or destitute families? No? Well, what about the promise that the volunteer work you do, whatever it is, will actually have an effect? UNICEF means life to millions of innocent children. Of course your donations are important, but now we need more than money. We need you. Please call UNICEF today.
Hi, I'm Brian Elliott, host of the #1 video show in Canada, Video Hits. We've got the latest videos, the greatest contests, and interviews with all your favorite artists. You can also catch some incredible features like the Top 5 Countdown, the concert calendar, and all Request Fridays with the vintage video. Why not stay with what's hot? Video Hits, weekdays on CBC.
I have to take about 40 or 50 pills a day.
Matthew has cystic fibrosis. It's incurable and takes the lives of more Canadian children than any other inherited disease.
Matthew's average lifespan is 25 years, and he's 10 now.
August of '89, a genetic breakthrough.
And when I heard that they found the CF gene, I jumped for joy. I cried. There's a cure just down the road, and we need the money for research now.
Support the KinCF Radiothon coast to coast by satellite, Saturday, May 12th.
1990 is International Literacy Year. The whole world is working towards universal literacy by the year 2000. CODE supports education where the need is greatest in the third world. You can help. Call CODE today.
Hi, I'm Amanda Steptoe. Like you, I read to find out what's going on around me. The National Library and CBC are sponsoring Read Up On It to promote Canadian books. Check it out at your local bookstore and library or write this address.
We'll be right back after these messages.
It slices, it dices, it julienne fries. So hurry into the...
Traffic is really backed up in the downtown core. It is bumper to bumper.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Disc Drive from CBC Stereo. I'm Jurgen Goff.
Disc Drive, weekdays at 3 on CBC Stereo. It's radio without all the racket.
Meet the Camberts, a family with a problem. The Camberts have moved to a new house, but Revenue Canada still thinks they live here at their old address. The Camberts forgot to correct the identification area of their income tax return, and now their refund check will not arrive as soon as they expect. Check the identification area of your return. It makes for a happier ending.
Playoff hockey. The action's coming at you. The NHL's top goaltenders against the league's premier shooters. The hotly contested 80-game schedule all comes down to this. The most wide-open playoffs in decades. Any club has a shot to go all the way. Follow all the action right here. The tradition continues. The playoffs on CBC. Molson Hockey Night in Canada. Catch the excitement tonight.
Child and family work their way out of poverty's grasp. If it weren't for foster parents' plan, our Juanita would have had very little hope for the future. Instead, when we go to see her, we'll find a healthy, growing girl. We think it was worth it. Don't you?
Children, all children are the future and must be our concern. Please help. Call toll-free Foster Parents Plan, 1-800-268-7174.
It's really amazing the kind of power that getting involved gives you.
Imagine presents Jerry Burholtz, local hero.
The beauty of volunteer work is that whatever little bit you do really does make a difference. That if you have a purpose and you just go about doing what needs to be done, you can change things. You can correct things that you don't like. You can just make things better.
There's a local hero in all of us. Imagine a new spirit of giving. Be a part of it.
CBC Sports. Oh, you want a jock's opinion? Ooh. Yeah, Williams, Whitman, Armitage. They know their stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, especially the women's skating.
You don't have to be a jock. There's drama, people, stories. I like that.
A perfect day for Billy? Well, he pops on his bike, he pedals halfway across town, and then he writes a new song in his head. Then he makes this lunch, this crazy penne arrabbiata, power pasta, he calls it. Perfect, delicious. And look at him. He's beaming, he's productive. A perfect Billy. Participation makes perfect.
Hi. I was just drawing a picture of some of my friends here. See, there's Finnegan and Annie, Granny, Truffles, Chester the Crow, and Casey. And we hope that you'll join us here every weekday morning on CBC for lots of fun and games and singing and, best of all, dressing up.
Meet Susie. Susie's 12, and she's having problems at home. Serious problems. We hear from a lot of Susies. To her, we're the only place she can turn. Susie's parents warned her not to tell her friends about it,
Kids Help Phone, how are you tonight?
but they didn't say not to tell us.
Hi, I'm Stu Jeffries. I'd like to tell you about a program which is now in its 7th season. It started as basically a video show, but over time it's evolved into a video magazine with the emphasis on interviews with the biggest names in the music industry. To that, we added concert listings, trivia contests, a top 20 singles and albums countdown, special in-depth spotlight on international stars, and in the last couple of years, we've taken you to movie previews and talked to the Hollywood greats. It's 1 hour of the very best in entertainment. It's CBC's first national video journal. It's good. Rockin' Tonight, Fridays.
Hi, I'm Ted Laturnus. And I'm Tony Whitney. Each week on Driver's Seat, we test cars. All kinds of cars. And we bring you sneak previews of the very latest models. Plus, we bring you stories. All kinds of stories. About airborne cars, airbags, dancing cars, and traction control. Plus tips on how to drive like a pro. So if you want to know more about cars, catch Driver's Seat on CBC television.
A safe cycling helmet is just as important as the bicycle you ride, because it doesn't matter how good you are, there's always the unexpected. More and more Canadians are taking the smart way to work, but more and more are also getting hurt, or worse. Most cycling fatalities are due to head injuries. Even off the beaten path, you never know what you're going to run into, or when. Protect your children by setting an example. Wear a helmet. Organizations like CSA develop guidelines, test and certify products to help protect you. Always wear a certified helmet. It could mean your life. A message from Canadian Standards Association.